When you're starting the mortgage process and you're talking to a mortgage broker, what should you be prepared with? Well, different loan officers have different approaches. My goal has always been to make the process as smooth and easy as possible. You have to understand, in the mortgage process alone, once you're under contract, we're collecting all your documentation. So initially, what I tell people, I need 10 minutes over the phone to ask you some basic questions to get an idea of what you can qualify for. And they're very basic. Let's make this easy for you rather than daunting. Get an idea of what your type of property you're looking to purchase, what's your down payment, so we can figure out what a potential monthly payment looks like, and any other monthly debt you may have. I don't need to pull your credit right away. No one needs to do that right away if you're just inquiring, just to get an idea of that. We run some numbers to figure out what your debt to income ratio is to see if you qualify, and then let you know some options. So it's pretty simple in that aspect. What I don't like to do, a lot of people, what is done in the industry is have you come fully prepared with all your documentation, tax returns, W-2s, and full credit. A lot of that is done in hopes of securing your business because you've done the work up front. What you really want is to get an idea what you're qualified for. The next step then is that's when we get a working file on you. When we pull your credit, we collect your documentation. My team, we can get you a pre-approval within less than 24 hours. So it's not a rush that I need to get you pre-approved. But during that process, being prepared is to ask some basic questions of what your scenario is to see what you can qualify for. Then the next step would be just that, as far as collecting your documentation to get you that hard pre-approval and reviewing your credit. So as you're starting the process, I always tell people, be careful. When some people say they need to pull your credit to give you an idea, that's not necessarily the case at all. Sometimes in this industry that's used as a way to secure the business, a lot of people don't like their credit pulled. When I talk to people, if you're secure and know that you have good credit, then let's just run some numbers so you have an idea what you're looking for. The only time we will request doc, if you're self-employed, if there's a lot of various sources of income, K1s, that makes it a little more challenging to determine what your total income we can use to qualify for. So that's when we would ask for that type of documentation. But the standard documentation for a mortgage process is 2 years of W-2s, 2 years of tax returns. That verifies your history of income. A month's worth of pay stubs to confirm your income is current. And then any asset statements, bank statements, savings, checking, and retirement to secure where the down payment's coming from and what reserves you have. That's the basic documentation you do need from a mortgage. But I do stress the goal is to make this process as smooth as possible. This isn't the 1990s where it's fax machines and various documentation. Quick 10-minute conversation over the phone with me to get an idea what you qualify for, then we'll collect the documentation. Any other questions, please reach out. Love to help.